Hey there, dudes. I hope you've had a great start to the week. Since it's only week 2, things have been fairly busy. However, we'll get into the juicy stuff in a little bit. This is fascinating, and I think we should look into it. Flow by means of a Bitcoin signal, which Juicer tweeted out. As far as indicators go, this is an extremely rare one. 6 times in history, according to all 6 inactive flow by signal charts, has this happened. The value of Bitcoin skyrockets as soon as we enter the critical zone. Using this data, we can see that Bitcoin is currently in a critical buying zone. In the future, what will this mean? In the near future, we can expect to see a surge in Bitcoin prices. To help you see what I'm referring to, I've included an illustration below. This is all for today's video, so without further ado, let's get right into it. Your go-to source for breaking news on the cryptocurrency market. Hello and welcome to the XRP community. Subscribing is easy. Turn on the alerts, too. Our daily Bitcoin news updates will be delivered to your inbox. Our giveaway is open to everyone, and we're giving away $2,000 worth of XRP right to your wallet as a thank you for participating. You can find all the details in the comments box below if you want to help us grow. On February 1st, we will be announcing the winner here on Crypto Aussie. According to Bitcoin Market Action, we're getting all the signals that something major is going to happen. Is it possible that bears are on the verge of extinction once more? This isn't out of the ordinary. That occurred in August of 2021, and it very well could happen again. People are bracing for a massive wipeout of open interest, which could actually occur if we get a squeeze to the upside rather than a downward movement further. Although it's true that there's just one method of finding out for sure. So keep an eye on things and don't miss out. Now, let's get to the good stuff now. Now we can. From Tom Emmer, the representative. So for people who don't know, he is an outspoken congressman and he disclosed some important information concerning the financial sector. On Twitter, he promised new digital currency laws was on the way soon as we can see. A light at the end of the crypto regular tunnel is what we've all been waiting for. Finally, it looks like we'll be able to improve upon it. As a result, we may be on the verge of seeing an end to the conflict between Ripple and the SEC, as there will be clear regulations governing the crypto world once we achieve crypto clarity. Legislation will not be passed today or tomorrow, as we have previously said on this channel. It's possible that they won't be for some time. It's safe to say, though, that they will see it through to the end. This is a promising indication, indicating that things will begin to improve shortly. What's more, why do I believe this? This is going to blow your head, I promise. Immediately after Tom Emmer's tweet went viral, Fed Chair Jerome Powell stated on Yahoo Finance that the research on digital currencies was ready to be released on the topic. Blockworks.com published an article quoting Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve, stating CBDC and stablecoins can exist. The possibility of an increase in interest rates has probably been brought to your attention recently. If you've been paying attention to the financial market headlines, there was a tremendous sell-off in the money markets as a result of this, which has been going on for 2 months. For this very reason, December and the first 2 weeks of June are the most popular months of the year. Anyone who has been in the cryptocurrency sector for any length of time knows that the Fed does this all the time. I'm not the best when it comes to Bitcoin and stock markets. The purpose of making such claims is to manipulate the markets. Finally, they just keep exchanging back and forth for months on end without doing what they say they're going to do. Another topic we focused on and talked about extensively throughout 2021 is the impending threat of cyber and financial attacks. We recently received some new information from the Gold Telegraph about how the European Union is coping with the financial crisis. A simulation of cyber attacks on various member states will be launched later this week. In early December, the IMF conducted a cyber attack simulation on the global financial system for approximately 10 countries. As we indicated earlier, Bloomberg.com says the drill will be around a slow progression towards a huge crisis. According to one of the documents, in order to be as realistic as possible and better prepare the bloc for a real-world attack, it will be modeled on occurrences that have occurred. It could also happen in the near future when things like simulations begin to take place, which shows you that things are moving quickly. Since these simulations have been popping up so frequently over the previous month, it's safe to say they've been working on them in advance. In anticipation of a certainty, we must pay attention to what they have to say since they are essentially dictating how the future will develop. We've been mentally prepared for the market fall, the internet crash, and cyber attacks for the past year. As a result, our immediate task is to get ready for what lies ahead by paying attention and being as prepared as possible. Get your cryptos off of the exchanges as soon as possible. It would be a pity if this happened. It would be a shame if your account were compromised before to the start of the bull run. Keep your funds offline, buy cold wallets, and protect your future now that we've warned you so many times on this channel. That's all for now, so let's take a look at the charts. Key points on the top trend line were made during the entire year of 2021 by this triangle. I'm publishing this chart because these two trend lines are worth keeping an eye on, thanks to the addition of 3 on the bottom. By the end of the week, we should break out if the bottom trend line holds. Even if something weird happens at the beginning of March, I believe this analysis is more likely to be correct, and that this will break upwards rather than downwards. The link between Bitcoin, BTC, and DX is of interest to me. When the overall market outlook is unfavorable, investors will presumably buy the US dollar index, which is why it exists. It's the world's most secure currency. To put it another way, a strong dollar makes riskier investments more difficult. However, a weaker US currency favors risky investments such as Bitcoin, which is what Malaysian investors want to use their US dollars for in the near future. In the analysis above, you can see what happened during the last 2 DXY bear markets with improved risk-reward ratios. Both times, they coincided with a bull run in the price of Bitcoin. But because of this, the 2 periods will not coincide perfectly, of varying lengths of time. If we want to see a $100,000 Bitcoin this year, the dollar index must plummet substantially. Be sure to follow the dollar index. It is possible that a further decline will herald a more positive cryptocurrency market. We'd want to remind you, as usual, to conduct your own due diligence and to trade responsibly. Friends, it's important to remember, we do not hold a certification as a certified financial planner. For enjoyment reasons only, all videos on this channel are available for viewing here only. Please share your thoughts in the space provided below. Let's talk about it, too. I appreciate you taking the time to look. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, as well as switch on notifications so you don't miss anything. As a result, you'll be the first to know when we publish new content. Again, thanks. In the meantime, we hope to see you on the next Australian crypto meetup.